the first RoadRunner V3 to be ridden in a grocery store. Welcome to an intro of an intro. Let's go. Let's run Jeff over real quick. He won't mind. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another MrCentralDriver video where I have the RoadRunner V3, baby. The strap is kind of covering up the V3, but there you go. V3, we're using the same battery, same frame, basically. The rear swing arm is a little bit wider, and I think that's because now you can put pedals on this thing, which, by the way, I ordered the pedal kit, so we're going to be doing a future video when that comes in and installing it all. They also, from the V2 to V3, if you didn't know this, both 500 watt motors now with both 20 amp controllers. In my last video, when I did a review on this thing, I had an issue with the front motor going out. Don't worry, if you didn't stay to the end of my review video or didn't even see it at all, I took the seat off. It's easy. There's Allen's right here. There's two right here, two right here. The seat comes off. Be careful because there is a wire for the brake light back here. And my hall sensor was unplugged. It was barely touching. That's why that front motor was turning on and off. We should be good now. Another thing I did too, we're gonna kind of be doing a range test while I go back and forth to work. We're also gonna check this thing out at night as well, because when I get off work, it's gonna be like 1 in the morning. One thing I did, I came in here into the custom settings. You don't wanna change P1, you wanna go to P2. I changed it to 64, just in case anyone's gonna question me and be like, do you have it turned up all the way? I do. After that's done, let's get out of here. Let's go into mode 3. We're good to go. Oh, dang. Scraping on my little kickstand back there. It's the little cutest little kickstand, I swear. It is great. Heck yeah. I also moved my bars as well. I like the fact that you have this mechanism up here. It's very easy to fold the bars in. It's not very easy to move the placement of it though. This is just to fold the bars inward, so if you're gonna throw it in your car or something like that, that's really where this thing comes in handy, is being very compact. This thing is right under 60 pounds. Like, this thing is light as heck. All right, we're not gonna wait for that car. We're very nimble and small. I could probably go around that car, but screw that. And what's crazy is, I started at a full battery charge. I charged it all night. And when you start getting on this thing, it will go down almost to half battery from voltage sag. Right now, I'm only losing 1 battery bar, but it's crazy, right? Voltage sag on this thing is a real thing, ladies and gentlemen. And this is gonna be a very bad road to go across. So maybe, woo, I can kind of just slide around here. Let's go this way a little bit and then see if I can jump in front of all this traffic, but I highly doubt it. And I'm on the wrong side of the road, so I don't want to be here. That's an interesting car right there. Yeah, we'll wait. We'll go to the crosswalk. I'll wait for all this traffic. I waited a little bit too long before I left my house. Do you think I can make it before this Prius? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this Prius is slow. We're good. We got the power. This thing actually does like pick up speed like decently well. I'm 163 pounds. I'm 5'9", just to give you guys an idea. And the reason why I bought the pedal kit, because I want to see how high my knees come up. Because right now I feel comfortable, but with a pedal kit when you're pedaling, don't you think your knees are going to come up higher? And I've seen a lot of comments say, well, I'm 6'3", you think I'm going to have a problem on this thing? And I don't know. Like, I've never been that tall. So I'm trying to get an idea. Honestly, if you have the pegs, I think you're going to be fine. But if you have the pedals and you actually pedal it, I don't think you're gonna be okay. I think it's gonna be too big for you. So that's gonna be my suggestion. But I don't really know. So I can't really go out on a limb and say, I think you'll be okay. And then someone orders it and yells at me because they can't fit it and they gotta sell it. Because this is expensive. I didn't actually know how much it was when I shot my video review. I just figured it was somewhere around 1,500 bucks. And I wasn't wrong. It's $1,695. All right, I got turn signals. Whee! I'll turn my turn signal on. Go, 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 go. Whee! All right. Make sure to turn my turn signal off. I love the fact that you have a little green indicator letting you know your turn signal's on. And you can also do both turn signals at the same time, so you can have a hazard going on. And my headlight's actually on right now. That means that blue little icon right there, that's nice, so you know my headlight's on. The reason why I have it on is because it's kind of gloomy out. It's supposed to rain, I think, in a few hours. I'm a little worried about that, to be straight up honest. And right down here, you have your horn. Beep, 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 beep. Move out the way! I love it, man. I love it. this thing is pretty awesome. Now, the price though, oh man, $1,700. That's kind of expensive. I've been on the RoadRunner Pro. I've never reviewed any of the V1 or V2, but since this one has suspension, you got to go with this one. It's going to be way more comfortable for where you got to ride and stuff like that. But I don't know. I'm like debating. Should you save an extra $1,000 and get the RoadRunner Pro? And personally, me, it's kind of like, if you ever had a sound system in your car and you maybe do like 500 watts and you're like, oh yeah, this sounds good. Then you get used to it after a few months, and then you want something louder, but then you have to switch all your stuff out and it becomes expensive. Then you go up to like 1,000 watts or 1,500 watts, and it's kind of similar to e-bikes, you know, like power-wise. And you just keep wanting more over time. It's like horsepower in a car. You want more and more, you keep doing modifications to it. You thought it was fast, like my Tesla. I thought my Tesla was fast as shit, and now I'm just so used to the power that I want to plaid. I want to go faster now. Some people aren't like that, but if you are like that, highly suggest saving to get the RoadRunner Pro. That is such a bad-ass little thing, and yeah, I mean, this thing is so damn tiny. I feel so low to the ground. I feel like I'm sitting on a briefcase. Like, seriously, I've seen people have those electronic briefcases, like the electric ones that they just use to go throughout the airports because they travel so much, and this is exactly what it feels like. Now, you can move the bars more up this way because you can see you have these little two bolts right here, so you can like swivel this like back and forth. And then you also have this right here, but there is a nut back here, so make sure you loosen that as well. Loosen this, and then you can move this whole stem back and forth. So you can actually have it really close to you, so you sit like more like this way, or you can actually push it really far down, and you'll be really like hunched over this thing. So you do have some options on it, but you can't do it on the fly like some bikes. I think like electric has that, where you can kind of customize it while you're riding and kind of move the bars back and forth. I thought that's kind of cool. You can't do it on this. All right, let's go before all this traffic goes. I want to try to beat the traffic too, so no one hits me while getting on the freeway. The bee's right up on us. I feel like I've never been on one, but this reminds me of the same size as like the Jetson Bolt Pro, but those things are garbage. I do not like those, unless you're just using it around campus, something very light use, you know, like they only do what, like 16 miles an hour, 12 miles an hour, 18, I don't even know. But the fact that this thing does about 33 to 34 miles an hour on flat road is great. And you can hit about 35. Let's see if we even hit 36 or more than that when we come on the other side of this overpass. I'll get a good running start and we'll just haul ass, and hopefully we won't get stopped by a red light. I want to see how fast this thing will go. And this is actually going to be the first hill test we do on this thing, because this is my second video and I didn't do it in my first video. So let's just see how it does after the light turns green for us. Here we go. Starting at a dead stop at the bottom. Traffic's moving. That just gives you an idea of like how fast this thing is, you know, compared to traffic. So there we go. I got my phone up here so we can see real mile per hour, and that's not bad. 21, oh, 22. Okay, now we're reaching the top. So I gotta say that's probably about 21 and a half, being realistic, until we started reaching the top and it started leveling out. It looks like a red light, but I'm just gonna keep going. Hopefully no one turns in front of me, because we're gonna be jamming. So you stay over there. You stay over there. 34, 35, 36, 37. Oh, 38. Ooh. Dang, I should have stayed on it. I should have just stayed on it. I would have just went right through it right when it was turning green, but that's a little sketchy because some people around here like to run red lights and they'll be in the middle of the intersection while it's green for you. But wow, 37 miles an hour. We could have reached probably 38, I think, or did wait, yeah, somewhere around there. We were moving, man. You see how traffic's going in and out, man? It's sketchy over here. I feel a little worried being on something so small, because if someone hits you on this thing, man, it's over. It is not like a big bike is, you know what I'm saying? Like a big bike, you feel a little bit more protected. This one feels so much more fun and nimble though, and just light. This thing is literally like 58 pounds or something like that. And I'm trying to still get over how expensive it is compared to other stuff that's out there on the market. Personally, me, for like everyday use and being more like comfortable, and I don't know, see, look, this is what this guy's doing. See how he's driving in the middle of the intersection while it's green? Got to be careful. I feel like for an everyday bike, I'd rather have a regular size 20-inch bike. But this thing is perfect for me because I have a small car. I do own a Tesla, but my Ford Fiesta is probably what I would throw my bikes in, because I'm not putting in my brand new nice Tesla and messing up the interior. And I feel like this would come in handy for my Fiesta. Regular 20-inch bikes do not fit in that car. So that's kind of where you're getting, you know, your value for money is so you can like bring this places so you can go ride other places if you don't have a truck or something like that. But I feel like if you have a truck, you might want to look into just getting a regular e-bike at that point because it's more bigger, it's going to go over stuff. This thing, I don't know really how well it's going to do in the dirt. I did go off-road with it just a little bit. It was kind of on the bumpy side. It wasn't that bad. It was still holding its own out there, but it's not going to go over a big rock if you run into one, if that makes sense. You know, you're going to see one hit it, and it might lift you up off the ground. Oh, God, this is sketchy. Sketchy. God, I love how nimble this thing is, though. It's so crazy. Absolutely insane. And little kids look at this thing like, oh, I want to ride that thing. This would definitely be great for kids, as long as you know they're safe and they know the laws and they can ride safely. And real quick, I want to give you guys an update. I'm about 3/4 of the way to my work right now, and I am down half battery bar. Can you guys see that? 33 miles an hour. I love the display reads correctly. We are in gear number 3. We're not going to switch out of that at all. But yeah, half battery, and I think it's going to stay there for a while because I still got to go home. We're only doing 9 miles on this trip, just to give you an idea. We should really be able to do that, no worries at all. This thing should definitely get about, I would say roughly, depending on your weight, like 20 to 25, like I think miles, if you're riding in full throttle, mode number 3, what is the power boost setting, the rocket mode? That's what I'm gonna suggest. But if you do ride slower, like mode 1, use one motor, I really think you'd probably get about 40 miles of range out of this thing. I think the website says a little bit more than that, but I don't know how much I trust that, if I'm being honest. Oh God, this is gonna be sketch. This thing's way in the road. Thanks for people that haven't like hit me yet. What's this white truck doing? Oh, thank you. Thank you for backing up. I'm pretty sure he saw me. Appreciate you, sir, because you're a little low. Thank you. All right, well, I made it to work. I mean, I still got one more intersection to go. Anything can happen last second. All right, we're gonna go this way. And we're gonna go this way. Yeah, oh God, this thing is so like nimble that it just kind of turned so sharp that I was like, holy crap. I let my hand off and kind of gave it a little turn and it just wanted to go. Man, I almost left the chat. All right, I would get my turn signal on here, but there is no front turn signal, so the only people that are gonna know that I'm turning are the people behind me, and they should hopefully see me. I left my lights on so my brake light will stay on, because you have, okay, when you turn your headlights on in the rear, and I'll show you guys this at night, you have a bar on the top that stays lit up. That's your static like light in the back. And then when you hit the brakes, there's one light in the middle, and then your turn signals are on the bottom, and they're a hyper flash turn signal, which is kind of weird. They don't slow blink, they like hyper blink, like kind of on a car when you're missing a bulb in the front or the back, it will flash really fast. That's what it does. But anyways, let's hope it doesn't rain later because it's not looking too hot right now, but I did check the weather. It's not supposed to rain until like 9 in the morning. I'm not gonna be riding at that time. I'll be sleeping in my bed with all my blankets on. Wait. Oh, that was fun. So man. Honestly, I could probably just ride this in the store and people probably wouldn't say anything. Yeah, let's just ride it in the store. It's small enough. You're not harming anybody. Oh, I'm small, I can make it.
It's like a baker's dozen.
All right, we're here. We're gonna have to lock this thing up real quick. I did bring the keys, if you guys noticed. They're on the handlebars because I was going to remove the battery just so someone couldn't turn it on, because you do not need keys for this to turn on and off. So someone could just literally hold the power button and ride off with it, not even knowing what to do on it, not even knowing how to change probably the modes to go to mode 3. They'll figure it out in a short amount of time, but they'll be gone by then. But yeah, so you might want to have the keys if you like put this somewhere and don't lock it up, because you probably want to take your battery. But the bad thing about this too is that when you take the battery out, it's probably closer to, I'd say 50 pounds, and someone can just lift it up and throw it in a car, and then it's gone. So I would say lock it up wherever you go. And I'll see you guys in a second. Check it out.
It's so small.
I know, this thing is dope, huh?
All right.
It's fun.
Where's the gas?
Oh, use your thumb.
Oh. Whoa.
It's so fun and small.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's dope.
Sturdy too, man.
Yeah, it's not bad. Ride it again.
You sure?
Yeah, watch. Now you'll see what I mean, watch. Be careful though.
Oh, the speed, yeah.
Okay, Jeff, you're going a little fast. Yeah, I activated the first motor. So now it has 2 motors.
Damn, son.
Yeah. It was fun with 1 motor, but with 2, definitely a lot more
The
effective.
shakes like halfway down.
You scared me. I was like, oh my God, he's gonna hit a display. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what you have been waiting for, nighttime footage. I don't know if anyone's gonna do nighttime footage on the RoadRunner V3. Maybe, but not sure. Okay, this thing is fast enough. I'm going across the street. See if I can jump in this turning lane with this car and not get ran over, because we are tiny. All my coworkers are making fun of me. See this little crotch rocket, like one of those little mini motorcycles that you sit on. It is definitely low. And one thing I totally forgot to bring was an extra headlight so you guys can see a comparison from an aftermarket light to another one. But I realized I don't have much room. I have a little bit of room right here behind my phone, but not much. Let's go, people, let's go. All right, I actually feel like a car. This thing definitely picks up speed, like, and this guy's flying. Okay, he's gone. He actually gassed it, so. But yeah, I would have felt comfortable with a car being right behind me. I wasn't gonna be lagging behind. But here is how the light is looking. Like, we do have a little bit of street lights. It's gonna be normal for anyone riding. There's always lights everywhere, but there are some sections in this video when we get down a little further where there are no lights. My coworker is telling me, he's like, be careful on that thing going home. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna beat you, because he pulls in like somewhere like right here before this light and this intersection coming up. So I'm like, dude, you're not even gonna catch up to me. So I left him. He was turning his car on. He probably had to let it warm up, because it's about 40 degrees right now, or 45. Pretty chilly, so I got a Beyond Riders hoodie on right now. I love this stuff. I am feeling great. Honestly, the only part of me that feels really cold are where my pants meet my socks, because my feet are bent and I can feel my pants rising up a little bit, so I'm getting a little bit of draft in there. But, oh God, that looked like a panda bowl just right in the middle of the bike lane. Scared the crap out of me. That definitely could have been all bad. Anyways, right now we are at 5.6 miles. So we're still calculating our mileage. So I'll let you guys know when I get back to the house. There is no way to check voltage on here. It just goes off of battery bars. That is one downside. I wish it had the option to switch it to voltage, because that's what I like to look at. And I showed you guys the menu earlier when we started this video, and you only have P1, which, if I'm not mistaken, I believe is to go from kilometers per hour to miles per hour. And number 2, I'm not sure. Maybe the magnets in the motor, I'm not sure, but they are maxed out. Doesn't really feel any faster or different, so it is what it is. I'm definitely gonna have to go across the street because it's not gonna pick me up in the bike lane, so we're going. Yep, we're good. Cop wants to give me a ticket, I don't care. I'm not gonna sit there forever. There was a crazy guy across the street, I don't know. I thought he was gonna walk across the sidewalk, and then he did it. And then he came back, and then he started going out in the street again. I don't know, and then he did a twirl. He's like he's dancing with himself. All right, but we're down to the middle battery bars again, so it's probably just gonna stay there. I am in rocket mode number 3 again, and surprisingly, I don't really personally like this light, but I can see, don't get me wrong, it's very low to the ground, so, look, is this guy on the other side of the road? All right, dummy. This guy was swerving back and forth like a dumbass. Like, instead of him getting on the one side when you're not supposed to be riding this way, there's actual like bike lane paths that point this way. He's supposed to be on the other side of the road. But if you're gonna be on this side of the road and someone's coming with a bright light, which I'm just talking about the light right now, merge over, don't go like this. This guy was literally going like this, back and forth. Dumbass, man. Hate people around here sometimes. I don't wanna have a stupid accident in the bike lane, run into someone because they're not paying attention. Anyways, yeah, so since this thing is so low to the ground, this light actually goes decently far. Not crazy, but since it hugs the ground, it actually has a beam that is pretty bright across the bottom. Now, if this was a taller e-bike, you get to a point where you either face it too far out and you can't see, or you're like really close and it's only a spotlight on the ground. So I actually kind of like this. It's not looking bad. And look at this, I had a huge runway coming up this overpass, 29 miles an hour. We barely lost any speed. What did I lose? Like 3 miles per hour? Because I think we've been doing about 33 the whole time. Oh man, ooh, it's a little rough being on this side because the overpass has lines in the street. The bike felt like it wanted to go side to side, kind of like when I let my coworker ride it. He was kind of zigzagging. You got to get used to riding something like this with small wheels because he was sketching me out a little bit. And here's an update. I'm down 1 battery bar when sitting here. So just so you guys have an idea, and I'm gonna run this light too because it's just gonna take too long, but I'm gonna wait until this turns because someone from the freeway could be coming. Let's go. It's yellow. We are good to go. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let's beat all this traffic. Leave them in the dust. Now I wanna look behind me, but this road is kind of bumpy. Just like that, okay, you know, it's probably not a good idea. Trying to look behind you, one-handed on this thing. This is one of the bikes that you really need to hold on with both hands. Now you could do one-handed if you're looking straight, but when you turn around, your balance gets a little off, so be a little careful. And when I get up here a little ways, as we keep riding, there's not too much to say. I wanna pull over towards the end of this video and I wanna show you guys the turn signals and the brake light at night. So let's get a little farther in the video and update you guys then. All right, here we go, guys. Dark parking lot, riding on the sidewalk, riding dirty. This thing is so awesome. This thing is so smooth too. I'm really digging this thing for how small it is. Even though some people might make fun of you, just keep in mind, I mean, it's not a regular bike size, so people are really gonna think like you're on Dumb and Dumber riding this thing. Like, it really looks like a small crotch rocket type of thing, but I love it. Honestly, it's unique, it's different, a little pricey, but definitely fun. All right, so let me stand a little bit of ways. I know this is a wide angle for the camera, so it might be a little hard to see. I'm also shooting with the Insta360 Ace Pro. This is the version 1, so keep that in mind. It's also in pure video mode, so it does make the lights a little bit like brighter around me. So what I'm actually seeing is probably a little bit darker than what's coming out on video. Let me get a little closer, look down. That is the light that stays on 24/7 when you have the headlight on. That's that top light I was telling you guys about earlier. And if I come over here and I hit the brakes, that is the middle bar. So the top one doesn't do anything. The middle bar does actually look brighter than the main one that stays on, but that's the only brake light you get. Now it's decent. I can't stand too far away because I gotta have my hands to do both of this, but it's not bad. And here is your turn signal. This flashes so fast. It's like a hyper flash. And it's not red, it is yellow. But I'm just kind of curious on why they made it flash so fast. And you could do both at the same time. I like how you have these little green indicators right here and you have the blue on the top. You could definitely see them at night, so that lets you know your turn signals are on, right? And here's when I step out pretty far away from the bike. Let me know if you guys can see it. I'll step a little tiny bit farther so you guys can see that. It's definitely noticeable for me standing like kind of away from the bike, but realistically, I don't know if someone in a car is gonna be paying attention to that. You know what I'm saying? Here's how it looks a little closer, just so you guys get an idea. I love this thing though, guys. If you guys wanna go buy one, definitely go use the links down in the description because it helps my channel. There's $50 off this. I know it's pricey. That's the same price that everyone's giving as a discount. There is no higher discount, so if you really liked my video, I really would appreciate if you guys, you know, at least smash the like. If you're not gonna buy one, at least smash a like on this video. Drop some type of comment. Let me know that you at least stay to the end of the video. And since we are at the end of the video, I gotta update you guys on the range. So let's do that real quick right here. So while I was on the throttle, if you guys can see this, again, I have no voltage reading. I was down to 2 battery bars, and now after I let off the gas, I am up to 3. This is a decent sized battery. It's actually doing very well. It's 1,123 watt hours. That is actually pretty decent size for the power that you have on this thing and how light it is, being under 60 pounds. I think they said it was about 52 pounds or about 56 pounds, somewhere around there. It is light, definitely easy to move, maneuver and all that kind of stuff. I have done 8.6 miles. We've been in mode 3 the whole entire time. And yeah, I've only lost 1 battery bar, but voltage sag drops it down to 2 battery bars. So that is not bad, ladies and gentlemen. You can definitely probably get a good 20 to 25 miles out of this thing. If you want to ride in a lower mode, and if you're a lighter person too, you're definitely going to get probably in the 40 plus range. just really depends on how you like to ride. I like to ride fast, so I am gonna be the worst case scenario on range, and I'm telling you guys, about 20 to 25 miles, which is actually pretty good for this thing. So thanks for staying to the end of the video, guys. I love you, you're true MVPs. Go watch the videos that are up on the screen right now. That's what YouTube is recommending that you guys watch, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And my neighbor left his garage open. I'm gonna tell him that. All right, guys, look at that. The light is great. Yo, where the heck did you come from? I'm trying to end the video, buddy. Hey, all right, we gotta go.